how about we hit them with the food? As the resident foodie, I think you have to just take people through a food tour of what you discovered over the last 8 years. Are things very different between New York? What are some of the things that are similar? What are some things that are the same? I guess different, right?
Yeah. I feel when it goes to like when you're in Dubai specifically,
Right.
Dubai is like a New York, it's like a
Oh yeah,
London,
it's like Las
LA.
Vegas. It
Yeah,
has
it's like
everything.
it
Everything
has
you
everything.
want.
Abu Dhabi a little bit, a lot,
Yeah.
but for the most part, Abu Dhabi is more traditional. But in Dubai, whatever you're craving, whether it's Japanese, Russian, Turkish or
Turkish is
different
huge out here.
Arab, and there's a difference between not all Arab food is the same.
No, it's not.
Between Turkish food, I mean, Turkish isn't even
It's,
Arab.
it's Persian. That's
Yeah,
Persian.
Persian. Yeah,
Eastern
excuse me.
European.
You know, between what is it, Saudi food, between Emirati
Right,
food,
there
there
are
is a
those subtle
difference.
differences for sure.
Yeah, but Moroccan food is a whole difference.
Has the food scene grown since you've been here? I know you got here a few years back, so like 8 years ago. So
Yeah.
has the food scene exploded over the last few years?
The food scene has grown, but I think it's more of the same thing. You're always going to have your Asian influences, your modern Asian influence. For me in particular, I'm looking for the Caribbean food to just flood this
Can we
area.
stop right there? Can we stop right there? Can we stop right there? No Dominican food here.
No Puerto Rican food.
No sofrito. You're not finding no sofrito out here,
At
right?
all.
No mofongo, no tostones. I mean, you'll find plantains, but you'll find sweet plantains, right? Like I'm a tostones guy,
Yeah,
right? That's
you're not gonna have that here.
nah, that's not. You're not gonna find that here. It's actually funny because I had some family visit and they were trying to find some plantains.
You can find
plantains, but they had to go deep. Like
Yeah,
they weren't finding that at the Waitrose. Rose.
No.
They
You gotta go to certain restaurants to get that. You know.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So there's no Dominican food. When you first discovered, there weren't some of your favorite comfort foods here, and as two New Yorkers, nobody does pizza better than New York. So,
that's
like
and bagels.
And bagels.
Ooh,
there has to be something about the water.
Yeah.
I think the water's too clean over here to make nice pizzas, to make good tasting pizzas, and to make flavorful bagels, right?
Exactly.
I know people try and they come somewhat close, but it's never gonna hit like home. So are those things that you like look for when you're here? Like, do you crave pizza when you're out here, or you just be like, I'll get my fix when I head back home?
No, so when I first came out here, I tried to find things like everyone does. You try to find things that remind you of home and that's close to home. Honestly, there's only 2 Jamaican restaurants that I know of that's really popular here. And those get the fix done. It's not the same as back home, but it gets the job done. Other than that, on the Caribbean scene, there's no Latin food. They had a Chino Latino thing going on.
Oh, really?
But that closed. Yeah, they had one. It was official too.
Damn,
it was
man.
official.
You know what? Yeah, sorry to cut you off.
No, but other than that is, then when you realize you're not gonna get your pizza, I tried every type of pizza. It ain't the same.
Pizza Express, don't hit it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was never a Papa John's guy anyway, so.
No. I'm talking about the pizza where they making it fresh and all that,
No, it's like Napolitano pizza, right? That's a different fix when you go to Europe, right? I want a slice that I can, just the size of my forearm.
I ended up going to Grimaldi's. That changed my life, man. Like
Grimaldi's in New York.
Yeah, ever since I went to Grimaldi's, it's like I'm not doing when the pizza's sitting there. I can't do that anymore.
But you bougie, man.
Call me bougie.
Man,
man.
get out of here. You're from the Heights, man. Get out of here. Get out of here.
If it's sitting there, I'm not doing it.
But you'll go on a Sunday morning after a night, going out on a Saturday and get the buffet from a Dominican restaurant that's been sitting there for hours.
Oh, yeah,
What's the difference?
Yeah, it's the difference.
Anyway, okay, fine. So you have your date night. Where's your go-to? Whether it's in Abu Dhabi or
you got the staples out here. You know what I mean? So I tend to go on the side of like, let's have fun because I like these restaurants too.
Yeah.
I like going out
Vibrations.
too. So I'm hitting send the vibes. I'm gonna hit them with a little Zuma, Namos, Koya. Yeah. Those are like the staples out here.
But do you feel you get this in New York too, right?
Yeah.
Because of how glitzy and glammy Dubai is, right? And maybe to a lesser extent, Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is a little bit more conservative in a good way. But do you feel like it takes away from the quality of food because people are there for the vibes, right? Because you in New York, if a place has bad food but good vibes, that place won't last. but I feel like in other places,
No, I think in New York
it won't
have
last.
that.
Vibes
Yeah.
with bad food.
Yeah, there's places with vibes and bad
We're not
food.
gonna call
I
them
don't even
out.
wanna-
We're not
yeah,
calling them
I
out.
don't want to because
we're gonna have that debate outside off the record, because you could have a place that's vibey in New York with
Yeah,
bad food.
I would tell you, and that's going to ruin potential partnerships and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that. But I feel okay, fine. I feel like here though, for sure, I've been to some places and the vibes are immaculate. The vibes are out of 10, but the food is not what I expected it to be, right?
Can I ask you something? Are you talking more so brunches?
Oh no,
Because
brunches. Yeah,
brunches will have the
No,
vibe, notorious for having the vibes and then bad food.
Yeah, the
It's a
brunches.
choice
But
you
you're not.
make.
But hold on, you're not going. Okay, let's jump right into that. Brunch in the Middle East
It's
is a
different.
concept.
No,
It's a
it's-
concept. It's not a day. It's not a day of time. It's a concept. It's an idea. It's basically an AK for a day party. I don't know why they just don't put day party.
I love brunches here though, and everyone that I've brought out here that's come from New York and came out here is different. Because the brunches in New York, it's what, the $35 menu,
The carafes, unlimited carafe for 2 hours.
and the unlimited carafe is what, the BS sangria or
It's the cheap
or the
prosecco,
mimosa and all that.
Yeah.
Here, you gonna pay a little bit more.
Oh, you're getting that.
That's
You're getting that Don P. You're getting that Don P.
For 4 hours
For
minimum.
4 hours.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be washed coming out
Exactly.
coming out of that brunch. But do you feel even that, was that a difference in which is funny, right? Because people think Islam, Muslim, GCC, they don't think brunches, they don't think day parties, they don't think anything remotely fun, which just because you're religious or sometimes or just because you have sort of like a religious influence in your society doesn't mean you can't have
yeah,
fun,
exactly.
right? Like that's such a
big stereotype. People get shocked, like, oh, I'm like, how do you think people stay out here 5-10 years? I'm like,
you're going on 10 right
Yeah,
now.
I
You wouldn't
know.
be going out here if you
I'm
wasn't
like,
doing it.
yeah, you think it's boring that I'm gonna stay out here? It's like, no, there is a social aspect to
Yeah,
it.
because the money can only
Yeah.
do so much if you can't spend
Exactly.
it, right?
It's not all about the money out here.
It's not all about the money. And I think that the UAE is doing such a great job in bringing in Western sort of culture to make people like us feel a little bit more comfortable, right?
Yeah.
From the festivals, from the restaurants, from the day-to-day activities, desert activities, and just going to the desert, just going and enjoying outdoorsy things, right? To sort of just spice things up, right? Because there's only but so much that work is going to take you, right? And your friends, and sometimes your friends are not available.